The Fiend Bray Wyatt defends his Universal title against Daniel Bryan in a strap match. Daniel Bryan has once again become a fan favorite, as the Yes Movement is now stronger than ever. The rules of the strap match will be that anything goes, as the Fiend and Daniel Bryan will be tethered to each end of the strap, and the first wrestler who can drag their opponent to all four corners of the ring and touch one of the turnbuckles will win the match and be the owner of the Universal Championship. Daniel Bryan has been riding high with his renewed popularity, and because of this, Daniel Bryan will win the Universal title as he defeats the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and takes Bray's blue Universal title and Fiend Universal title as well. Becky Lynch defends her Raw Women's Championship against Asuka. Becky Lynch lost to Asuka at last year's Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and this time, Becky Lynch will attempt to avenge that loss by finally defeating Asuka, but it will no doubt be her toughest championship defense of her career. As part of the storyline leading up to the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, Becky has publicly stated that backstage officials attempted to protect her by having her face a much easier opponent at the pay-per-view, but instead, Becky did what she is known for and accepted her toughest challenge to date in Asuka. There have been behind-the-scenes rumors circulating in the past few weeks that have Becky Lynch losing to Asuka, but the latest rumor has Becky Lynch defeating Asuka, as Becky Lynch retains the Raw Women's Championship and will continue to hold on to it going into WrestleMania 36. The big dog, Roman Reigns, takes on King Corbin in a Falls Count Anywhere match, and Roman promises that he will beat down Corbin all over Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas. The match will not only be Falls Count Anywhere, but it will also be no holds barred, which means that we are guaranteed to see members of King Corbin's stable interfere in the match. But the Usos will have Roman's back to make sure that Corbin's men don't attack their cousin. The winner of the match will be Roman Reigns, and the match will most likely be one of the most exciting on the show, as the big dog's feud with King Corbin finally comes to an end. The Women's Royal Rumble match will consist of wrestlers from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. The winner of the match will challenge for the Raw or SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania 36. The final two women who will be at the end of the Women's Rumble match will be Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair, as the two former arch enemies will battle it out to see who will face the Raw or SmackDown Women's Champion at WrestleMania 36. And the odds-on favorite to win the Women's Royal Rumble match is Charlotte Flair. After the match ends, and Charlotte is celebrating her big win, Becky Lynch's music will start to play, and she will face off with her former best friend, Charlotte Flair, as the two get ready to compete against each other at WrestleMania 36 for the Raw Women's Championship. Going into the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, Mojo Rawley is currently the 24/7 champion, but according to a new rumor, a brand new 24/7 champion will be crowned on the show. The rumor explains that during the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, Eric Rowan will reveal that the yet unidentified pet that he has been keeping in his mysterious cage has escaped and is somewhere backstage. During the show, there will be several segments of Rowan looking for his pet, as well as wrestlers becoming frightened at the thought of coming across Rowan's vicious pet, which has hurt Rowan on multiple occasions, as well as sprayed venom on one of his opponents. Finally, Mojo Rawley will be backstage doing an interview when chaos will break out, and Mojo will be attacked by Rowan's pet, but WWE will try to keep the pet mysterious by having the attack happen off screen, and fans will only see the aftermath. And as Mojo lays on the floor injured from the attack, Rowan will pin Mojo as the ref counts to 3, and Eric becomes the brand new 24/7 champion, all thanks to his pet. Eric Rowan will then announce that on the next night on Raw, that he will hold a victory celebration and unveil his pet to the world. SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley puts her title on the line against Lacey Evans. Lacey recently turned from heel to face and has received a major push. and so far it seems to be working, as crowds have been behind her during her feud with Bayley and Sasha Banks. However, Lacey's good luck will come to an end at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, as she is currently scheduled to lose, as Bayley retains her title and is rumored to hold on to it going into WrestleMania 36. The Royal Rumble match is well known for having a few surprise entrants every year, and this year will be no different. In the Women's Royal Rumble match, the rumored surprise entrants will be Miz's wife, Maryse, in her first wrestling appearance since giving birth, and making her official main roster debut will be Shayna Baszler, and will compete in the Rumble as she says goodbye to NXT. And the biggest surprise entrant in the Women's Rumble match will be the in-ring return of Paige, as rumor has it that she has been cleared by doctors to once again wrestle. In the Men's Royal Rumble match, the rumored surprise entrants include The Undertaker, who will have a late number. Also entering the Royal Rumble will be the returning Jeff Hardy, who has finally been cleared to wrestle after suffering an injury that put him on the sidelines. And one of the biggest surprise entrants in the Men's Royal Rumble match will be the long-awaited return of Edge, who was forced into early retirement after suffering a career-ending neck injury. There's little doubt that it will be a memorable moment when Edge makes his return to wrestling. US Champion Andrade will have Zelina Vega in his corner as he battles up-and-coming wrestler Humberto Carrillo. Andrade joined the main roster in April 2018, and expectations were big for him, but unfortunately he floundered and was relegated to mid-card status. But ever since he was drafted to Monday Night Raw, Andrade has finally had the big push that fans of his were waiting for, and after defeating Rey Mysterio for the US title, he has become one of the top stars on the Raw brand. And as his feud with Rey Mysterio ended with a memorable ladder match, a new feud with Humberto Carrillo has begun, and what will most likely be a very long feud. Vince McMahon has huge plans for Carrillo. However, his time is not now, as he still needs to get fully over with fans before he can win a major title, which is why Andrade is rumored to easily defeat Carrillo at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view and hold on to his US Championship. The 2020 Men's Royal Rumble match will be one of the most shocking and newsworthy Royal Rumble matches of all time, because there is a big-time return being planned for the pay-per-view that will definitely surprise all of the fans in attendance. Everybody knows that Brock Lesnar will be competing in the Men's Rumble match, and he will be entering at number 1. But what fans don't know is that the man who is currently rumored to be number 2 is actually somebody who fans have been waiting to return to WWE for many years. CM Punk, who is currently rumored to enter the Men's Royal Rumble match at number 2. And CM Punk will go face to face with Brock Lesnar, as the crowd in attendance will look on in amazement as CM Punk finally makes his return to a WWE ring. After CM Punk and Brock Lesnar finish their face-off, they will brawl for a few minutes until CM Punk eliminates Brock Lesnar, which will set up a future match between Brock Lesnar and CM Punk. CM Punk will not be the one who will be winning the Men's Royal Rumble match, because that is actually rumored to be somebody who currently wrestles for the SmackDown roster. Roman Reigns is rumored to win the Men's Royal Rumble match and go on to WrestleMania 36 and face whoever the Universal Champion is at that point. Sheamus will wrestle in his first match on pay-per-view since his return, as he squares off against Shorty G in a match that will not last more than 5 minutes. The goal of the match will be to make Sheamus look strong, as he easily handles Shorty G and makes short work of him, as we lead into WrestleMania 36. Sheamus will prove to fans that he deserves to be a main event star and contend for a major title. Who do you think will win the men's and women's Royal Rumble matches? Leave a comment and give me your predictions. And don't forget to subscribe for more wrestling news and rumor videos.